Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for a Champions League watch-along. Tonight we are covering Real Madrid versus FC Inter Milan, or basically Inter Milan. Basically, I said it right the first time. I'll try and be clever, but my mouth going too much saliva. Like you all want to know that. But anyway, big up to Tahib, Melina, and Tyrone all in the chat already. And yeah, and this is the first live stream I'm doing where obviously you're seeing my face since I broke past the 500 subs mark. So again, like I said last night when I did my non-facial stream, thank you, basically. And we're now on the road to 1K. Actually, I do need to change it, actually, my banner. Let's put it up there. I completely forgot. Blimey, nearly forgot. So yeah, we're on the road to 1,000 now, guys. There we do it like that. Like that, and off we go. There we go. Brand new banner. Already scorelines are coming in from you guys. Tyrone saying he thinks Inter Milan win 3-1 against Real Madrid. Melina saying 2-1 Inter. To be honest, the way the Spanish, well, not just Real Madrid, but Atletico just finished their game, drew 1-1 away to Lokomotiv Moscow. So I'm a bit. I mean, Atletico in itself, I know going off scheme of recovery here, but Atletico in La Liga are doing well. They're second in the league behind, I think it's Real or something like that, by a point. But maybe top actually, because I think I don't know. But they're doing well. Literally, Champions League, both them and Real Madrid are fucking being awful. I mean, literally, Real Madrid in the first two games have got literally 1 point in two games, and that was fluky more than anything. And then amongst all that, getting that point, Benzema has been half time as they're back coming up for the second half last week. Was slagging off Mr. Victor Jr. in front of him, basically, saying, don't pass when he's not on our team, basically. He's playing against us. That's what you bloody well need, eh? And I think, because obviously COVID and all that, and games being played behind closed doors, this ain't getting played at the Bernabeu either. This is getting played at the training complex. Oh, yeah, fresh cut as well today. I've got this. Literally had to get a cut anyway at some point. But sort of lockdown 2 in the UK sort of hurried that along a bit, Melina. But yeah. Yeah. Thomas saying that Atletico signed Kondogbia Toledo coming back to Arsenal. It does look like that, yeah. But, it is what it is. He gets some football for the season, so can't really complain in that sense. Sort of a win-win situation at the moment. He's going to get to play for a season in La Liga, get some football behind him. So it's warming up the bench here in England. And yeah, it may work out for him. But also, yeah, that's another one. Breaking news, obviously, for anyone old enough to remember, Diego Maradona's currently having to have brain surgery as soon as possible after they found a blood clot in his brain. So yeah, that could be another. If things don't go to plan or whatever, because of his age, he's got his age against that. The thing is, surgery like that, age goes against you as well. So that could be a. Oh dear, yeah. Don't want to think about it, but at the same time, Tom is saying Everton link a loan move of East Coast for Jack. Oh, fucking, I don't. What they said buy they've been linked to everyone and buy everyone that Ancelotti managed at Real Madrid or fucking Bayern Munich all of a sudden. Yeah, they did. That's the big rumours coming out that when they're obviously going for Kondogbia, ideally they wanted him to be the replacement for Partey. To Lucas was just to fill the gap. To fill the gap, basically, by the looks of it, just in case. So that could be interesting. And to be fair, to anyway, before they'd even signed Kondogbia, he was on the bench anyway. So yeah, But I think he'll get some game time out there. He came on the other day and scored a goal as well. Oh, huge game for Hazard today. I say huge game. It shouldn't be like that, but it is what it is. He's not took off the way he should have done over there in Atletico and Real. And he finds himself in a situation where he's fighting for his career, basically. Oh, dear. Oh, got to turn this down, sorry. Just checking something there. But yeah, I honestly think, before we kick off here, back kick off, Inter will win this. Like you guys are saying in the chat, I do think Inter will win it. Conte, no, we all know Antonio Conte from his Premier League time, even before that with Italy and all that. He's gone to Inter. He's got them organised. He's got them competing. So, and the way they've started this season compared to Real Madrid as a whole, Madrid in Europe as well, the way they've started the Champions League, I can't see nothing but an Inter win. The first goal will be crucial. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. In the meantime, guys, whilst we wait things like that to kick in, anything you want to ask me or talk about any topics in general, do put them in the chat. I'll put them up on the screen. This that I've got here, and we'll go with that. But as it stands, it kicked off. It's 0-0. I've got to get that banner up now as well. There we go, and we're off. Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, so my scoreline will be, if I'm going to pick one, 2-0 Inter. In my opinion, let's go back to get that back up one sec. Yeah, not just him, but yeah, he will be the main figure point to that Madrid losing. That and Hazard not being the Hazard. This is the thing with Real Madrid. It's always confused me why they went for him to be like the ideal replacement for Ronaldo long term, not long term, but the next Galactico, so to speak. His time at Chelsea, yeah, he won things in this. He won the Premier League title here and there, like, you know. But he would have every season from the minute he joined. He'd have one great season, then the following season he'll go into his show and be shit. Then a great season, then shit again. Then a great season again, and shit again. Because that was his only. He was consistent, but not consistent in the right way. So Real Madrid then going in for him, considering what the ideology was behind getting him being another Galactico, that has never made sense to me. Because he doesn't scream at Galactico. Yeah, he's a great talent, but he hasn't got that Galactico Real Madrid mindset. And the fact that he's been off the ball since going there, and literally even this season he's been crap. Let's be honest. The fact, literally, he's put weight on. He's got bigger. He had a beer belly at one point, didn't he? He's just not. I think he's still got it by the looks of it. He's just not the Galactico, what you class as a Galactico, like a Ronaldo type player. Basically, literally train in, day out, eat the right things, do this, do that. Or you're being a bit. Oh, okay. I'll keep an eye on that game as well. Atlanta, Liverpool. But the main game, obviously, is Real Madrid Inter, because obviously 2 European giants. Taiwan saying 3-0 to Bayern Munich. I think that's a given. Bayern Munich winning full stop is a given at the moment, let's be honest, in the Champions League. Fahim from over on Facebook, I can't, literally cannot put the game on the screen, because if I do, I lose my channel, I lose my pages, I lose everything, because the UEFA and all that will come after me and shut me down. Hence why I say it's a watch along. Basically, if you can find a stream on the internet, we can watch it together and literally basically have have a discussion about the game in general. Well, what's to say from Handanovic? The Madrid with a chance there, but Handanovic making himself big and getting a hand to that. Got a bit lucky there with the pass, though, Hazard did in the build up to it. So yeah, I do apologise. If you're coming in to actually see the game on the screen, I can't do that. I literally cannot do that. But if the guys in the chat, watching it on the stream or whatever, if you put a link to it in the chat for him to have a click on and go and watch the game, and he can watch it with us, that'd be fantastic. I think he'll appreciate that. Time is also saying Ajax to win 2-1 against Milan. I think it might be more than that, to be honest. I think I'll say I think it's 4-0 when it comes to that game. Olympiacos City to win 3-1. What was it? Salzburg just scored apparently. Okay. So Bayern Munich are losing already. Bloody hell, maybe is this the night the winning run ends? The record ends at Bayern Munich. I doubt it, but because that'll just piss them off now. Lewandowski and all that just tear them apart. Oh, again, how much have started off well so far? Okay, let's just play by Arsenal from fucking 10 years ago and just pass the ball in the net instead of having an actual shot or never chance. Oh dear. Porto to win 2-0, he thinks. Okay. I wonder if who scored for Salzburg then, once there. Bear with me. Also, guys, do smash that like button and do share the stream around. We're currently on 9 likes already. That's fantastic already. Let's keep it going. Let's aim between now and half time for 22 likes between now and half time. If we get there beforehand, we'll reassess. That's our first target, 22 likes. But again, do share the stream around and all that, and let everyone know. Porto scored. Okay, that's only 1-0. Bloody hell. All going down, isn't it? Suddenly. Right, is that the Butchers? Yeah, Salzburg scored. Do this at the 4th minute. Bloody hell. The foot shot from the left side of the box to the bottom left corner. So literally like near post, basically. So it's like, there you go, boom. Mönchengladbach didn't mess up that, did they? Jesus Christ, 6-0 against Shakhtar. A hat-trick for Pli. Bonda own goal. Benasabi and Stindl for Mönchengladbach. Who scored for Porto? Get the words out eventually. One sec, sorry. 4th minute again, Margea. Well, if I pronounced that wrong, I do apologise. Ajax have scored, by the way. Well, they scored straight away. Bloody De Santos. Left footed shot from the centre of the box to the centre of the goal, assisted by Tadic, former Southampton player. Exactly. It's good to see familiar faces in the chat, and also for my modders as well. Can you help keep an eye out in the chat, because in case we have an incident like we did on Sunday, which I didn't see until one of you pointed it out to me. Because I want to eradicate that, because suddenly my channel's going like that all of a sudden. As you can see, I went from 4.6 something to now I'm currently on 5.25 and going. It's still the subs are still growing it within the last 48 hours. So I want to keep that going. I don't want idiots trying to ruin that. You know what? Actually, you know what? You bear with me, guys. Let me get the scores up. I'm going to put the games that are currently playing and the current scores up. And as teams score, I'll update it as well. So That'll be going across the screen for everyone else that wants to know what's going on around in and around Europe tonight. So bear with me. Going to that. Oh, into the attack. Oh, go on, get to it, put the shits. Oh, go on. Oh, he bottled it. Oh, hit the crossbar post, save, goal. Not goal kick, a corner, sorry. That's a made a fucking quarter over the middle of that. Into almost score, though. From a lot of. What was number 17? He just flew in there, threw himself to the floor, basically, and then Courtois didn't catch the ball. How's that not a corner? My days. Right, let's get these scores back up on the. Right. RB. Oh, saved again. So. 1-0. And we go like that. Okay, this is painful. I'll be back in the chat in a minute, guys. Obviously, it's 0-0. FC Porto, that's it. FC Porto. Marseille. I actually can't do that. Oh, okay. That's space. Never mind. I'll just keep you guys updated, and obviously the guys in the chat say it. I'll check who scored, and I'll tell you how it's been scored, and this, that, and the other then. Big up Neil Davis in the chat. How you doing, mate? What happened, Ryan? I was at work, so I missed it. What are you on about Sunday? Oh, not going to get person any more attention, but basically not even making up an account, literally using one of their accounts currently, changing the name in the profile picture, pretending to be someone else, like impersonate a fucking wrestler by the looks of it. I've done my research. Making up a lot of lies, basically. That lies that if people believed it could ruin my what I'm doing here, and I wouldn't have obviously hit the milestone that I did yesterday and things like that. So that it's like this person in question is now deliberately going out his way to target me. I've mentioned nothing. I've not mentioned his name. You said it, not me. So if I get a dislike, it's not on me now. But yeah, just a tad. He's not just a League Gunner fanboy. He's a fucking he just loves AFTV basically. He wants to be up everyone that's been on that. It's on that channel currently or been on that channel. He's up their asses basically, trying to suck them off. Apart from two people which he tried to cause a bit of beef with, and one told the other, and it all kicked off. And hence, since then, that one of them called him out on a bloody live stream, and they saw him in the live stream. Oh, almost Vidal would have shot there. Yeah. And there was a video. I did show Melina this a few months ago. There was a video going around a kid, literally about at the time must have been about 11, 12 at the time, made a video on Luca and he exposed him and literally said, for someone who's going to be an Arsenal fan, does this awful lot of MK Don's content, supporting MK Dons, this, that, and the other, next to nothing on Arsenal. And the fact that literally, and what I was thinking that was like a year ago or so ago, and then since then, on his current channel, and since he's got his current channel up, I've had nothing but shit. And now I'm talking about it again. You know what's going to happen. But yeah, it is what it is. Oh, of course, there are. I'm not naive to think that this is never going to happen, and things weren't people like that person weren't going to try and do things like that. But you know, it is what it is. 2-0. Oh, okay. And Torres just scored for City. Oh, bloody hell. We got a new subscriber, by the way, Dragon, or have you pronounced it? If I pronounce his name wrong, again, I do apologise. Yeah, crank them likes up, everybody, please. As I said, the target for between now and half time is 22 likes, and then if we hit that target beforehand, we'll reassess the target from there, basically. Also, do share the stream around, but also the channel around with all your friends, your family, anyone that's a huge football fan, basically. It helps if they're an Arsenal fan, obviously. But football fans, as you can see tonight, I'm not just doing Arsenal stuff. I do the Champions League watch-alongs. One on a Tuesday. I want actually you guys to contribute for tomorrow's one because I can't decide what game to cover for tomorrow night. I'll go through them in a bit, and you can decide for me. Actually, try and help me out because I cannot decide. Get the fixtures up. Yeah, Man City scored. Oh, it's 2-0. So already, I 4-0. Oh, yeah, I was just thinking Ajax are going to absolutely thump them. Liverpool still 0. Oh, say that. Jota just scored. Apparently. Diego Jota, 1-0. Liverpool gets Atlanta away to Atlanta as well. So it's impressive in one respect. But who's actually playing in their lineup? I haven't seen their lineup tonight. Becker, Williams, Trent, Gomez, Robertson in the back four, Jones, Melvin Henderson, Salah, Jota, and Mane. Fucking Firmino. Bobby Firmino's been dropped. Bloody hell. PSG versus IB Leipzig. Is that tomorrow? Are we sure that's the case? Oh, yeah, it is actually, yeah. Okay. So Tyrone's suggesting doing a PSG versus IB Leipzig watch along tomorrow. You know what? At the games there, I think that's the more opinion one for you guys to want to tune into me watching, or basically, yeah, I'll do that then. So there you go. You've got that's been already sorted thanks to Tyrone. Big up Tyrone there. But basically, so there. That's another thing actually. I need to reach out to John. So if John joins the chat, do let me know. If not, I've got to reach out to him quickly before someone else literally poaches him for their channel. But yeah. So Sunday's going to be manic, isn't it? Oh my god. Man City Liverpool's on Sunday, isn't it? Fuck's sake. So that's just 4:30 kickoff. So literally could be back to back watch-alongs on Sunday, guys. Back to back. You're going to start with Man City versus Liverpool. Kickoff at 4:30, so we're going live about 10-15 minutes before kickoff. And then we're going to go off, and as soon as that finishes, we're going to wrap things up there, and literally come straight back for you guys with the guests, with the panel for the Arsenal versus Aston Villa watch along. So you have a good few hours of me on Sunday. Be best game to have. Even Mark's saying that. So I think PSG versus Leipzig tomorrow. So I'll set that up. But once this is all done and dusted tonight, I'll get the thumbnail sorted and all that. And set up the stream this evening after all this. Might even do that half. Might have start looking for that now, actually. Well, waiting for a goal to be scored in this. Still 0-0, as you can see in the screen. Courtois holding his shin pad, apparently. Of course he is. Okay, what's Monday looking like? That's FA Cup. Also, I want to get your guys' thoughts on the Ryan Giggs situation, because obviously John mentioned it last night in the stream that he's in the mud and this, that, and the other. More news has come out since. And basically today, the Welsh FA have confirmed that for the next round of international football matches, he will not be taking charge of. I don't know about you, but that for me screams guilt all over it. Like they've got him banged to rights, basically. No Mbappe, no Neymar for PSG, really. No Icardi. Oh my days! So this could, and I'm trying to think now. Because this could be potentially revenge from Leipzig to PSG for the semi-final defeat. In that case, then there's a high chance of that happening. Okay. Fucking imagine PSG dropped to Europa League, for fuck's sake. And then they just magically turn it on. The fucking Atletico one from a couple of years back. I think I might cry. Not really. No, the thing is, with PSG in Europe, they don't fucking turn up. That's the thing. So for them dropping off now, I'm not surprised really, and it's Tuchel as well. So let's go back to sorting the fun now for tomorrow. 2-1 Ajax already. So fucking what's that? Okay. Okay, my 4 goals to Ajax are still on there. Might not be 4-0, but still. Right. What the hell was that? As soon as I say that, Bayern get a penalty, 1-0. Fuck's sake. Payet missed penalty to equalise on Marseille as well. Yeah, 1-0. Mark's saying 1-0 as well. Neil Davis in the chat. Right, here we go. Okay, I don't like the guy, but I've got to be careful because some of these fanboys clearly, or other people, a certain other person's fanboys that you've mentioned already, see the channel, sort of look, so look, say about your idol, and then I go dislikes. But anyway, Neil Davis is saying Lee Gunnar's a flip flop. Did you see what he said on Football Terrence? He said this squad is not good enough for top 4. Yet on his own channel a few months ago, he said Partey plus Alma was not enough. He said this squad is good enough for top 4. Are they? I think now. If you're talking about the recent thing where he was on, we were shouting he was shouting over Igal. It was like it basically the Lee Gunner show, basically on the Football Terrence. Then I didn't watch the whole of it because literally I didn't even know it was on. To be honest, doing my own thing. It was only when the people in the group chat I was in started mentioning it. I was like, okay, I'll go and send me a link and I'll tune into it. It was just him shouting out, having his say, and then literally when someone else was asked a question, he was shouting over them. But to be honest, it's no surprise. But the one thing that frustrates me is like with him as well is okay. Arteta is not the manager he wanted. Fair enough. He wasn't the manager I wanted. He wasn't in my second or third or fourth or fifth choice. I'm being honest. But when he was appointed, I made the choice to give him a chance, see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, okay, then I'm sort of vindicated in not wanting him in the first place. But you know what? I'm not going to fucking go and cause controversy and try and use that as a way to grow my platform because that's just not me. But again, he contradicts himself with that because he's like, "Oh, he wasn't the person I wanted. I wanted so and so. I wanted Don Carlo and this, that, and the other." But where was this same energy with Unai Emery then when Unai Emery was appointed? Because he wasn't even when Unai Emery was appointed, he wasn't he wasn't my first choice. He wasn't Lee's first choice. He wasn't anyone's first choice, apart from the clubs, obviously. But he gave him a chance. And now he's going back. Literally, also, he goes on his channel and goes, "This is near the end of Emery's time. Like, you know what, so and so, his other mate. You're right. He ain't good enough. He's got to go. I'm on the bandwagon now. Unai Emery out, basically. This, that, and the other. And now he's fucking kissing his ass. Oh, he got us a European final. We lost 4-1. It wasn't just a European final that fucked things up. The build up, the month or two building up to that final, there were things falling apart beyond on and off the pitch in the sense of he's suddenly making the wrong decisions, wrong squads for certain games. Oh, here we go. Well, is this 1-0? Yep, it's got to be 1-0. Benzema, cock up from the midfield from Inter Milan, pass it right back to him. And yeah. But yeah, and suddenly he's like, oh, as I say, oh, Unai Emery, and now he's kissing his ass. And as I say, it's not just, we're not just everyone turned on him after that Europa League debacle, to put it politely. It was a collection of things. That was near the start of it, and then literally it continued. Everything that had built up to that final beforehand continued in that final, and then it continued into the following season. And for me, the club acted too late, in my opinion. I even said it back at the time. They acted about 3 weeks up to a month late in getting rid of Unai Emery because things weren't working. Things didn't seem right with the players and the manager and this head coach. Sorry. And then also the mistake from Arsenal was at the time when they obviously sacked Unai and brought in Fede as a caretaker. When asked from the media by the media, did Fede have any sort of chance of landing the job, sort of so to speak, if he did well? They didn't come out and back him. They basically said, "Oh no," basically saying no, not in the same words, but saying no. We're going to still keep looking for the right man. So the players then are thinking, well, why are we going to bother for Freddie if he's only a short-term plug-in until you hire someone else? And literally after 6 games as well, I've literally called him out because literally 6 league games in, I'm going to change this quickly because people will be like, what the fuck? Well, I'm going on about other people. Go like that. Yeah. 6 games in, you put a fucking tweet out, and I was just happened to come across it because someone retweeted it. And I sort of called him out, and I sort of picked out the flaws in the actual argument he was trying to make. I'll look at him after 6 games, like bottom, and he's about, he collected this amount of points, this, that, and the other. And I've looked at the table was like the previous, him and the other 19 other previous managers of Arsenal, the 19 most recent Arsenal managers, along with him. And he was like third bottom, but it was joint third. It was joint like whatever, along with like of Arsene Wenger, George Graham were down there as well. And the ones that are up top were after 6 games were Unai Emery and Bruce Rioch, second and third respectively. And I was just put at the floor of that being a main flaw, and then saying, you're saying this about Arteta, not he's clearly a flop. It ain't going to work out. Look who's around him. Arsene Wenger, the greatest manager in our club's history, in the sense of what he did for us at the beginning of his time at Arsenal. George Graham, another one of our great managers in our history. It's what he's achieved at the club. No matter what happened afterwards, going that knock down the road in this, that, and the other few years later and all that, for the club itself, look what they achieved. George Graham, the Little Wars Cup in 87, 89 at Anfield, the 93 double cup, league and FA Cup winners. In 1990, the league title again. 94, a European trophy. 90 and 95 obviously got back to the final and just missed out. No, that's pretty sweet. But you know what I'm saying? And then Arsene Wenger, first full season, League and Cup double. 4 years later, the same again. 2 years later, invincibility. Like, something that never been achieved before. 2-0 Porto, by the way. Okay. And that's what I was doing, just pointing out the flaws in his argument. Polite, I wasn't being rude and this, that, and the other. He just went on the attack. It's just like, oh, you're coming from the person who wanted to be honest. Yeah, about, I'll be honest. I said, I'm not going to hide that. I'm not going to hide the fact that I did approach you. Well, this was in January this year, so the summer of over a year ago, that's 6, 7 months prior, when he wasn't being a knob to the level he is now, or has gone on to be, when it was like, you could sort of see his argument at the time, and this, that, and the other, you could understand what he's coming from somewhat. I thought, you know what, I'd like to bring him on and all that. Even then, that's a fucking struggle getting in contact with him there, but fucking hell, I soon changed my mind anyway, but it's not so I don't want that going against me, but I'm being honest, yeah. But it doesn't mean I can't then pick out flaws in what you're arguing. And he just goes in the attack. He doesn't want to hear anyone else's opinion. If it's not the same as him, he doesn't want to hear it. He'll shout, as we've seen recently the other night, he'll shout you down if he doesn't believe, if you're not singing off the same hymn sheet. Or in my case, try and dig and dig and dig, and because I'm not in things like, oh, you're just doing it, like trying to use his image to promote myself and get his people. I don't want any, because most of the people that subscribe to him are fucking rival fans that just watch him because he's a fucking idiot. That's cool. It makes our fan base look like a complete and a fucking twats, basically. And that's being polite. And because he weren't getting the reaction he wanted, he then finished it and quickly regretted it because he tried to delete it, but other people literally were like, oh, screenshotting it straight away, doing it, and fucking asking me if I was all right. And I was asking, what the fuck? I'm fine. Why you weren't asking? And they were showing me. Basically, he tried to win an argument by saying, "Oh, fuck off! You know nothing about football. Da 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 da. Go fuck yourself and your autism and mental health and things like that. Basically, mocking mental health and all people with autism. I'm not autistic, by the way, and I don't have any mental health issues." But he thought that was the winning argument. And as soon as he put it out, he then literally a couple of seconds later tried deleting it. But by the time he realised he fucked up and tried deleting it, people was gone screenshot and send it. And then literally for that, the next week or so, people I regard as friends even beforehand, but even more so with in that moment, were reaching out, in DMing me and all that, making sure I was okay, thinking I'd be affected by what he said. And he's just got worse and worse since in his approach of things. And I tried actually being. I'll be honest again. I did try and tell in the other person we've mentioned that Neil mentions in the chat earlier. Try telling that person what Liga is like and what he said to me personally. What the personal side of things that I've had recently with. Oh no, you're lying. I'm lying, by the way, because I put it in the chat like live chat and all that. No. This boy 2-0 Ramos and Liverpool scored as well. Jota. Fucking into what's going on. I've got to update that quickly before I forget and do that. 2-0 Real Madrid. It's all going off. We've mentioned two people I don't like mentioning anymore on this channel, especially the one I'm now talking about in the sense of telling him, giving him a heads up and all that. Oh no, you're lying, basically. Da. He's not like that. He wouldn't do that. I literally said, I've literally got proof. from people that literally screenshotted it and sent it to me in DMs. I can screenshot the DMs that are sent to me in regarding the aftermath of it all, and even before, and I've still got it all. Can't be asked to go through my phone because fucking so much fucking. Because when people send stuff to me, it automatically saves on my camera roll. So it's got so much on there, so I can't be asked to go through it all. But yeah, it's still on my phone. Still in my DMs and all that as well. All the stuff that was sent over to me from other people about what he said to me. Because I got to the point of that argument I was saying about earlier. Well, I literally just like locked the phone out and walked away. I went off to do my own thing. Came back about an hour or so later, and there was like, what was it, 80 odd notifications, and most of them from him ranting off to himself at me, obviously. But yeah, and also when I told the other person that signed up, he mentioned 2-1. What a goal! Is that Martinez? That's the Inter Milan we was expecting. Oh, pick the right game tonight, boys. Oh dear. Game on. You're caught in a trap. You can't get out. Oh, but yeah, less said about them the better, because yeah, that one doesn't need any more airtime than he usually gets from the Arsenal social media side of things. Doesn't need that much anymore of that. Thank you very much. And the other younger idiot that idolises the ground he walks on and others, as I said, he's an idiot. And oh my, and the thing is, when I tried to give him a heads up about his idol, and he was telling me I'm a liar, this, that, and the other. And I said, no, I've got proof. That was what, a week before it came out over on another channel that he was then shitstormed between one person towards this other person behind their back, and the other one got wind of it, told the other person, and the other person in that few days later, after I gave him the heads up about Lee Gunner, a few days later he popped up on the other person's channel in his live stream, and that person saw, and it all went off because basically that person basically went into the camera down and not shouted, but basically made no thing about it. Basically, couldn't stand him anymore. He's a snake. He's this, that, he's that. If you've got something to say it to my face. Don't go behind my back and try and cause shit, basically. And since then, myself and others had months of hell. Anyone associated with that person who had a channel, like myself, literally suddenly we're getting dislikes, bots coming to our streams, being rude, this, that, and the other. Yeah, he could do actually. Firmino being dropped. He's been dropped tonight, hasn't he? So I think the idea is, if it also as it stands, it is working tonight as well. You're playing that Firmino role and scoring. So, and then yeah, as I was saying, literally since then it was like I wasn't even made aware. I wasn't even aware. I was aware of obviously him being called out on a live stream and all that, but I wasn't aware of the aftermath of him then targeting myself and others. It was only about a month into it, when I was getting this odd dislike here and there, that people that are now, regardless friends that are now mods on this channel as well, and others, made me aware, gave me a heads up, and then it all sort of made, obviously the idiot denied it, as you would, and being smug about it, because they basically tried to catch him out and get him off guard, and he still denied it. Smug as fuck. I've seen the photos as well. Smug as fuck. Body language, everything gives it away. He suddenly stopped doing stuff on his channel, which in the end got apparently hacked and whatever. Well, he told one person it was hacked. I got told by his cousin that the cousin closed it down and all that. Either way, nevertheless, but basically, he after the first time of being called out for it, things stopped, and he didn't do anything on his channel. Then he made a comeback on his channel, and then things started happening again. Coincidence? I thought, okay, we have a word with him again, politely, this, that, and the other. It needs to stop. Basically, it needs to stop. Didn't happen. Went away again. It disappeared again. It disappeared again. Didn't do stuff on his channel for a couple of weeks. It stopped. Came back. It started up again. To a point, I just lost my fucking shit and had it out of him over Facebook and said in no uncertain terms, if it didn't stop, the police would be getting involved and he would get reported on YouTube. And he'd lose everything. He disappeared for the summer, and then he made another channel. Since he made that other channel, I've had nothing but grief, basically. Dislikes, you name it. Making fake accounts to make more news, and not just the one dislike. He's using the 3 known accounts because it's known. We'll say known accounts. He's got three channels now. He's got the one he bought out, another one he started as well, and the one that got hacked. He's bringing that back as well, apparently. And suddenly I'm getting more than like 3 to 4 dislikes and things like that. And his argument was about him not being involved and not doing it. I don't know how to make more than one account and run one account. Clearly you do. And at one point, what really fucking set me off and literally wanted me to end it on Facebook, over Facebook, and deal with it there and then, was basically he set up a stream one day, and before he went live, he had 2 dislikes on his stream before he went live. He went running to one of my friends, who he regards as a friend apparently, and basically went, "Oh, Ryan, look what Ryan's doing to me. He's disliking my streams before I go live." That person told me. I went, "Okay, hang on a second." Went over, sent me a link, went over to it, screenshotted, and sent it back to him and said, "Where's the highlight where it says I'm disliking it or liking his stuff?" Mainly, as in this moment, disliking it. And then he fucked up and basically, in the argument, said, "Oh yeah, I dislike your stuff because I thought you disliked mine." But isn't him been causing the shit apparently? Up till then, he adamant he never disliked anything. And yeah, yesterday was a fucking pain in the ass. Hit the 500 target, as we all know. Go live, and then literally was at 502, it dropped down, and then But we're going to get off that anyway because I've rambled on for the last 20 minutes, I think, about the 2 idiots. When Wenger left, Lee said on Twitter, "We have to back Arteta if he comes in 18 months later, he refuses to back him." Exactly. And the reason he does it as well, it's obvious why he does it. It's to grow his channel, grow his social media for being Mr. Negative, the one that won't accept Arteta. And Abdul on Facebook, where's the game again? This is called a watch along. I'm not trying to be rude, but I can't literally, for copyright reasons. If I put the game on the screen, UEFA will have me closed down. I'm not the only one that does a watch along. It is a new thing, guys. As I said earlier, if you can find the stream, put it in the link for the likes of Abdul and others to grab hold of, and we can watch it again. Who's in the title? Watch along. So we watch it along together and discuss things in the game, and have a laugh and have a bit of banter between us all. But Vidal has been booked as well, just as we're saying all that. And usually it's not just me. In terms of watch longs, when it comes to European ones, most of the time it recently has been me on my own for the Europe Champions League watch-alongs. But when it comes to Arsenal watch-alongs, I do have. Sorry, Ashley. Sorry, it's currently 2-1 Inter. Madrid did go 2-0 up by Benzema and Sergio Ramos. The first goal was a mistake from them. I can't remember who it was from Inter Milan, literally passing it back, and he was literally just like, okay. If you're old enough to remember, it's a bit basic. It's a basic reminiscent of when Gerrard passed it back to Henry against Liverpool, between Arsenal and Liverpool at Highbury in the 06 season. But big up, Ashley. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, so if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and do hit that like button. Ramos 100 goals and 40 assists and 659 matches for Real Madrid. Unreal player. Yeah, to be fair, when he joined Madrid and all that came up the way he did, it didn't look like he was going to be there, be up to level what he's gone on to be. Yeah, plenty of streams Sunday. Yeah, literally back to back. As I've said, I'm going to cover the Man City Liverpool game because it's the big game of the weekend. Let's be honest. And obviously, then straight after that, bang. Literally as the full-time whistle goes, come off, come back on from the other stream for the Arsenal versus Aston Villa match with my extreme panel of guests that you guys all love, and Melvin will be bringing. If it kills us, we'll have Melvin with his lucky hat. Half-time whistle's just gone, by the way. It's 2-1. And while that's happening, Ashley saying, no, don't like Madrid. No one does, trust me. But to be fair, they went 2-0 up, and literally 2 seconds, not even a minute, 2 minutes later, Martinez scores for Inter. Good build-up play and a fantastic goal. And the thing is, in this game, when Inter have attacked, Madrid have looked suspect defensively. So they haven't been all dominating. The goals itself, especially the first goal, was lucky as fuck. They've been brutally honest. Right, let's check. Bayern 2-1 ahead, own goal. No, what did I say? What did I say? Oh dear. Smashing up the subscribers, boy. Still growing that. That's fantastic, guys. 528 now. Been a mad 48 hours. This came from nowhere. We're on 15 likes, by the way. We've got between now and beginning of the second half to get the rest of the likes that we need, which will be 7 likes. We're 7 likes away from the target of 22. So come on, guys. Let's do it, and then we set a new target for the rest of the half of the second half. Do share the stream about as well, and that'd be greatly appreciated. And again, do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's grow this channel like you wouldn't. Let's grow this channel like you wouldn't believe, basically. And also, big up to Ian Wright, birthday today, Arsenal legend, nicest guy in football in football history, basically. It's his birthday today, so can we all go over? If we've got social media, all go over to the social medias and wish him a happy birthday as well, guys. I've met him a couple of years ago for his book out. Absolute fantastic guy. Cheers, Neil. Appreciate that. But yeah, we just looking going forward. We do as you can tell, we do things things differently over here on this channel. We don't do things like the aforementioned other two people that Neil brought up before. We don't do things like that. We don't. One shouts at the people when they come in for 2 minutes. I've got to go. Why did you even bother coming in? And the other one's just a fucking idiot. That's just negative. I won't back Arteta. Big up yourself. Let's go around Europe actually and see how the halftime scores are looking. Obviously, Lokomotiv Moscow drew 1-1 with Atletico Madrid. Who said before, Bayern Munich then took the halftime lead. from a Christensen own goal just before half time. Mönchengladbach, as I said earlier, won 6-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk away. Real Madrid, as we know, are currently winning 2-1 at half time. FC Porto winning 2-0. I think, didn't Tyrone say 2-0 Porto as well? So that could be a banger there. Bang on the money there. Man City winning 1-0. Torres was a goal at home to Olympiacos. Atlanta at home to Liverpool losing 2-0, 2 Jota goals. And FC Midtjylland are losing 2-1 to Ajax currently. They were 2-0, pulled one goal back. For a breathing a bit of water, guys. Bloody hell. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Who's looking, in terms of Arsenal, I'm assuming most of you guys are here. Arsenal fans. So who's looking forward to the Thursday night's game against Mulder, Ollie's old team? You could have made that up, really, in the sense of how the fixtures panned out. Obviously, when the draw was made, we already knew Premier League fixture was, but you couldn't make it up that literally in the same not the same week itself, but in the space of a few days of playing, going up against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his current team and beating them. A few days later, we'd have to then play his old team at the Emirates. Oh, what's this? That's name coming up. Championship. Let's go for some championship scores. Brentford are drawing 1-1 against Swansea. Huddersfield are losing 2-1 at home to Bristol City. Norwich versus Millwall is 0-0. Sheffield Wednesday's 1-0 against Bournemouth. Winning on, Blackburn's 0-0. Cardiff City are winning 2-0. So Brownie, I've seen in the chat, is going to be a happy bunny. Oh, we've got a Madrid fan in the chat by the looks. Hello Madrid from. I can't even try and pronounce that. But day 7. Let's say day 7 for the sake of it. So let's say you do get some sort of shout. You're on the screen and your comments on the screen anyway. But yeah. Again, if you're new to the channel, if you haven't already, do subscribe, by the way, and do smash the like button. Because I'll be doing more watch-alongs with not just Arsenal watch-alongs, obviously, other football-related watch-alongs, be it of the Madrid, like this game here, PSG versus Leipzig tomorrow, Arsenal versus Molde on Thursday, and then Sunday's a double bubble back-to-back. You can't ask for more on a channel. Back-to-back watch-alongs, 2 different streams, one after the other. Man City versus Liverpool first, and then from an Arsenal fan's perspective, the big one, Arsenal versus Aston Villa at the Emirates. Martinez's return, just at a time when Villa are starting to concede quite a few goals as well, and look a bit shaky defensively. Maybe the perfect time for us to sort of test their resolve even more. Hopefully, touch wood, we don't have a Liverpool situation on our hands, and we don't get our asses handed to us against Villa. Neil Davis is saying, I think we'll beat Molde 3-0. To be honest, as it stands, I don't know, obviously, again, between now and the kickoff, it could change. Obviously, the lineup's been announced between now and then, obviously. I think we're beating 4-0, if I'm being honest. Right, it's just a shame yours were called off this year. Live streams would have been so much fun. Exactly. But you know what? Touch wood. There's always next summer, isn't there, the Euros? So it's a year later than scheduled. But you know what? And when the Euros do come along, I won't just be touching on obviously England games or UK teams. Depending on obviously Scotland and Northern Ireland join us. I don't even know if Wales have qualified. Yeah, they've got to qualify. I think they have. I can't remember. But basically, I will cover pretty much most of the games. I think I know it's a long time away and all that, but I'll either be covering all the games or most of them, apart from the dead games, obviously, like the ones that I'll just be like, ugh. But if I don't cover them all, it'll be literally shared out between me and a couple of the guys that I obviously am close friends with, have their own channels as well. We'll sort of share it about, but basically we'll sort that out a few months beforehand anyway. But as it stands, I'll probably cover all the games on this channel for the Euros, assuming that goes ahead, because I don't want to jump too far ahead and say definitely 100% commit. And obviously, come next summer, we have no Euros because it's been postponed again or cancelled fully. Here we go. Mark Green saying both won 2 out of 2, so got a win. Yeah, both won. Yeah, both us and Mulder have won, but you also got to take into account. Big up Sam Greenhill if he sees this back, when he watches this back, or if he's just watching and then hasn't commented in the chat. Sorry, he lives out in North, and he said since Ollie's left, Mulder have gone. Basically, they're not the same sort of threat, so to speak. So really, he himself is expecting Arsenal to have no issues with Mulder, and this is before the group stages even started. So yeah. And obviously, being as we've got literally this week, and then we've got a week off, and then we've got to play Mulder again in match day 4 of the Europa League at their gaff. So yeah, the win is obviously important, because if we get the win now, it gives us that 3-point buffer going into the away game. But I fully expect it. I've put myself out, and I said I fully expect us to come away out of this group stage after match day 6 with maximum points. With the squad that he's announced, that he's obviously put forward for this first part of the competition, and then looking at the teams that we've been put up against, you can say it's arrogant, but I look at it as in, we're Arsenal. Look at the quality of players we got and that he's put in the squad, compared to the teams that are up against, and their quality levels are nowhere near the same as ours. So really, we should be coming away with maximum points in the group stages. Should be. China's saying they've won all their last 5 games, obviously 2 being the league, but also you say that they were losing to Dundalk. They did. I was going to win 2-1. I think they won by one clear goal last week as well in the Europa League. I don't know. Obviously, I'd have to ask Sam about the other 3 games, but yeah. Again, it's different. The quality is different to our quality of how we are, the quality we have, compared to what they're up against on a week-to-week basis, and the last couple of match days in the Europa League is completely different to what we're going to offer them. And then I don't think they'll be able to handle it over the course of a 90-minute match, especially away as well. Cheers, thank you, Neil. Yeah, Mark's even saying, yeah, defo 18 points out of 18, exactly. And it's not me being out, that's just me looking at it from a football perspective, and the quality of sort of squad we are, not obviously Arteta's named for this group stage, and the quality of the clubs that we're up against, and they're not to the same level as what we are, so we shouldn't have any issues. Oh, right, my water. There we go. Oh, dear. Also, coming on this channel as well, obviously tomorrow, as we've discussed, I've got the Watchalong tomorrow, PSG Live Sync, Arsenal Mulder on Thursday, and then probably Friday I'm going to do a live FIFA 21 live stream for Ultimate Team, so that'll be Career Mode. Career Mode episode 6 will be probably next Monday, continuing off from obviously the Liverpool game yesterday. I think we've got Palace. The next game's Palace in the league. In that one, that'll be episode 6. Obviously, I'm trying to organise a podcast for Saturday for you guys as well. Sort of a podcast / preview for this weekend's game, but also talk about Arsenal so far this season with the guys as well. But just organising it once everything's in place. Again, over on Twitter, that'll be announced, and once it's also agreed time and all that, before I put it on Twitter, I'll be setting up the stream over here as well. Yeah, of course it'll be. Yeah, exactly. Especially with Aston Villa in mind for Sunday as well. Again, I think Uber will be rested onto the bench. So certain players will be on the bench in terms of looking forward to Sunday and all that. But on the bench just in case scenario. Yeah, exactly, Neil. That's the one thing. Sort of. Otherwise, I think I say that. Yeah, it's obviously football still on and this, that, and the other. That's very great, but I'm sort of covered if the government decide to do a U-turn at the last minute and go no football. Yeah, I'm fucking covered. I've got fucking media material, fucking DVDs. I've bought fucking videos recently as well. Reading material wise as well, I've literally got Arsene Wenger's autobiography signed by him, by the way. Also, in terms of, as I just said about videos as well. Oh god, the bloody light! Sorry. Bought this recently as well. For my Centenary season, basically, the 92 season review, and this bad boy. Oh, bloody look at the lighting, sorry. Little bloody my fingers in the way. Do apologise. And I've also other videos down there. The 79 season, was it? No, the 1979 FA Cup final, full final on video. The George Graham story video, 70-71 season, double season review, another 1990 season review, and other bits and other videos as well. Got fucking loads of videos. I also got DVDs. I'm not fucking that far in the past, but certain things you can't get on DVD, so I thought, but I'll get my videos. So someone else can't get use out of them, I will. Smash them like Tahib smashes. Oh, well, it depends how he smashes the pineapple, but anyway, there's a whole other show. And Dave saying, looking forward to your FIFA meltdowns. To be honest, the meltdown came yesterday because I was tired and I was making. Oh, here we go. 3-0 Liverpool. Salah. Thought Atlanta would be a bit of a tough opposition, but bloody hell, maybe not. Maybe. To be fair, I haven't watched Liverpool playing live in the Champions League. I've only ever seen the highlights. I don't know if you guys are watching this Liverpool game live, and obviously the previous two. Are the European teams showing Liverpool too much respect? Because the scorelines kind of suggest that when you look at it and you see them playing the Premier League, it's completely different. They are actually struggling. Oh, Casemiro, fucking Courtois got lucky there. Oh no, Benjamin got the ball back. It's a free kick. Yeah, it said Liverpool, and then Mark's also confirming Liverpool scored 3-0. So that's the score update. Oh, hi. Oh. What else we've got? Well, 15 still, guys. Come on. Let's smash them likes up. And also do share the stream around with everyone you know. Oh, that's a bit of a. Vidal getting away there. Getting a well blocked from Ramos. See what I mean? Literally, Real Madrid defensively, they look suspect. They've been every time into attack or put a ball in the box. That high boot from I can't remember what his name was now. 4-0 Liverpool now. Mane just scored. Bloody hell. maybe I'm right. Maybe our team's not actually showing Liverpool too much respect in Europe compared to where we're seeing in Premier League teams are getting in their faces. Because this is an Atlanta team as well that got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League basically last season. So they're no mugs. I hope not. That'd be. I think Bayern will be in the final. It does seem like Bayern are fucking destined to win every game again this season. For fuck's sake. But you could argue as well, in one actually sense, because obviously when the part of this winning run has part of the contribution to that was obviously when they brought Champions League back to end it all back in the summer. It was all just one-off games, weren't it? It wasn't over 2 legs, so you could argue maybe that would have happened. The winning games, the amount like winning in a row. So that would be interesting. If it continues, you know what? If they go on to win every game in this Champions League this season to get to the final, not lose or draw in any of them. That's over 2 legs from the first knockout round, quarterfinals, semi-finals. Not fair play to them. Then they deserve it. Like Liverpool, I don't know. More surprising actually, because out of all the teams, all the big boys that have started, obviously the Champions League now, 3 games in now as we speak. Atletico have been, Juventus are Barca. Let's be honest, they're not all that anymore. They're not the all-conquering Barca of years ago. They're not nothing special. Yeah, they won last week comfortably, but Juventus were fucking poor. If we've seen tonight, Real Madrid up till tonight, that's a dive from Hazard, but okay. So he's saying I think Liverpool will fall short this season in the Champions League. I think I can possibly see that. I think actually I do. They'll try because especially now that Van Dijk's out for the season and all that, and they are getting a lot of injuries this season, more than they have done for the last couple of years. Put it that way. So they're going to try and balance it and actually try and defend the Premier League title of anything and prove that last year wasn't a one-off. Tyrone saying to Heath, Klopp will sign a decent centre back in January, transfer window, and go back on track. But that's the thing. Who is out there that will come in January? No matter how well Liverpool are and how good they are at the moment, who's going to want to, especially if they're competing at a team competing and all that as well, in their own domestic league or whatever. Oh dear. Excuse me one sec. Oh, right, let's have a look. So that. Oh dear. Still 2-1 by the way. It's on the screen. Good. Can't remember if I put it back up or not. That's that. That's that confirmed. That's one guest confirmed for Sunday. Well, two actually, because yeah, that's three. I've definitely got three confirmed as it speaks for Sunday just now. What's not for the Arsenal Watchalong? 5-0. Bloody Jota for the hat trick. I think Firmino's in trouble now, boys. Jota's gone into that role where Firmino's been playing for fucking God knows how long, and that's just got a hat trick. Oh my god. Go on. Oh, okay. There's another goal in this. If Inter get the next goal in this game, they will go on to win this. Liverpool will prove they can win the league without Van Dijk. That's what I'm saying. I think they're hell bent on that now because of how Van Dijk's been taken out as well. They're going to be hell bent now on literally proving a point. Not 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 only is it not a one off, but they can win the league without Van Dijk. It's going to be a lot closer than what it has been. The title's been for the last 3 fucking years. This will be the closest title race we've seen for a long time. When I say it won't be a run, when I say for the last 3 years, I know obviously it's not last season. Season before went down to the last game. There's a point in it. What I mean is there'll be more teams involved because of how close things are and how scrappy the teams are being at the moment. Plus, Man United might get relegated, maybe, where they're playing. Keep Ollie in. Keep Ollie in. Keep Ollie in. If I can imagine that. We stand by Ollie. They get relegated. We're still standing by Ollie. Okay, now. Yeah, that's true. But most of the goals were down to stupidity, let's be honest. But at the same time, there was defence. They, knowing the situation, how bad things started off with Adrian in goal, Klopp could have quite easily changed the things to help him out, and he didn't. So he has to take some responsibility as well for that defeat back then. Bloody hell, Tave's got the joke book out. Here's a clean one today. What's going on, Tave? You usually go dark, so we say, in your jokes. But yeah, as it's a nice clean one. What do you call a sheep covered in chocolate? A chocolate bar. If I take everybody's greediest, Tom's favourite player in the world from the Guna Talk, big up Tom, and a world class striker, we'll piss top 4 props higher. I've always said this season, before the season started, I think third, fourth is an a realistic aim for us before we even signed Partey. Instead of saying all this, is this still on his arm? Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, cheating little fucker. Ran over his fucking arm. Bars him over and literally just like continues to run. Tyrone saying Liverpool beat City 3-2. I'll be honest, the way both City are playing, they ain't putting up trees in Europe. I mean, it's still 1-0, isn't it? At home to Olympiacos, double checking that now. You know, not exactly putting up trees in Europe or domestically, like turning teams apart like the swashbuckling way where we used to see them do. So Liverpool go into that head. They're all going to it favourites, especially on the back of this performance tonight. Away to Atlanta, so pressure's all on them, really. City are at home, aren't they? So, and also Liverpool got a point to prove because obviously last time they played City, after winning the title, being hungover and whatever you want to throw at it, they got better, didn't they? So they need a point. This is a point to prove now in that respect. My pals are not in the chat tonight. Not yet. Again, as I said, do share this. If you get the link, share it around. Go and get Melina back in and tell her. And obviously, if you can't get lots of, if you haven't got contact to Sam, let her know, and she'll pass it on to Simpy and all, and they'll let Sam and all that know. They'll bring all the gang back in. Love Arteta to sign. Yeah, and back at Edward, or go big and get Martin and Minter. Yeah, exactly. I think Lacazette's near the end of his time, really. So Edward, if you want to go big, because he said Martinez is the one to go for from Inter, especially when you see the goal he scored tonight. Edward would be the cheaper option, obviously, from Celtic. Still quality, don't get me wrong, but he's obviously the cheaper option. And that would, if Martinez was one of the players, Arteta's, I'm here just away from keyboard. Oh, no worries. That's cool. I thought he was having an early night, that's all. Oh. Yeah. Really going for it in the second half. Obviously, it's like Real Madrid are sort of trying to set back and hold what they've got. I hope it works out. Absolutely. Time is also saying if Arsenal don't get Edouard, Leicester City Leicester City will to be Vardy's long-term replacement. Yeah, exactly. But as like I said, it depends on Arteta really and Edu, sorry, and who they're discussing as we speak. Because of course they're discussing obviously other areas they want to address for the long-term future of this club. And if Martinez or Edouard are part of that, you know they're going to go for them and hell bent and literally bend over backwards to try and get them into the club. Right. I think Edouard 25 mil instead of 50 mil 50 million rated. Arsenal should get Sabazi. Again, I'm going to pronounce it wrong. The first person to pronounce his name correctly is Tom from Laguna Talk. Need to go and brush up on that. But yeah, for 25 million, yeah, it's true. Plus with the guy from plus with that lad, you don't have his brother being his agent trying to drum up the price. Right, let's go back into this. Right. Yep. Right. Ah, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. Tahib's up in the ante now. Simpy's still here. He's up in the ante now. Oh, dear. Oh. Oh. Corner Inter. Martinez could have had a second there, but Ramos got in the way of it and put it out for a corner. Times even Cantwell, sorry, from Norwich would be a great Ozil replacement. Yeah. Ball's going in. Ah, lucky. Mark Green saying, fuck Atlanta, have been unlucky, should have had at least 4. Bloody okay. What, you're saying Liverpool been defensively, they're a bit all over the place and just got lucky? We're going to make some substitutions. Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo are coming on. I'm assuming they pronounce Hazard's coming off. Shock horror there. Ain't done fuck all apart from flying on the floor going, oh, I've been touched. Yeah, he's fucking overweight still. I was just literally seeing him off. He's got a gut. He's got a bigger gut than me. And I'm like a footballer. Trying to say in the chat as well, every Champions League have a wonder club. Mönchengladbach could look like they are the Champions League wonder club at the moment. Especially for this season, trust me, Jesus. Defense, yeah, okay. So, it's been lucky then tonight, Liverpool. I'll get up. Oh dear. Looks like Ashley Young's just been booked. I don't know yet. Let's have a look if he has or not. I'll scroll back up. Yeah, literally, Real Madrid are literally just sitting back, trying to protect what they've got now, and trying to do the. And if they can, they'll counter attack you. Oh dear God, Tahib, seriously, boy. So you do know she's going to see this now, and she will kill you. Even Simply's a bit. Madrid got the ball. Benzema on the wing. Passes it. 17. Oh, skims it. Tyrone's laughing his head off. Ryan, would you sell Pepe this summer if he does not do well this season? Honestly, I wouldn't be against it if that's the case. If he's like stats and everything, not just you don't base everything on stats, but if he's like assists and goals drops from what he had last season, it's worse than last season. In that sense, then yeah, I'll be open to it. I won't be totally against it, but yeah, because I think the thing that frustrates me with Pepe is there is a quality player there. He's too one-footed sometimes. He holds on to the ball too long. It's like he still thinks we're playing in Ligue 1. We can have all the time on the ball and do whatever you want. It's like he hasn't adapted yet to the Premier League. And the longer it goes on, he doesn't adapt and decide to adapt. The worse things are going to get. He won't score the goals. The goals and the assists will dry up a bit and things like that. And that's when that question will come into more prominent places in the media and in the fan base. So as I said, if that was to happen, and obviously he doesn't adapt, and the goals and assists were to dry up, and he ended the season with a worse goals and assists ratio than he had last season. And he didn't have a bad one last season. That's the thing. In terms of if you look at it, the grand scheme of things, he had a good season in terms of goals in goal involvement, goals and assists. If that's a drop though, like massively have a massive drop off with this season under obviously touch wood, the one manager in Mikel, then you've sort of possibly got to look into the possibility of it happening. I mean, what would you prefer to do, Neil? How is it? We're literally seconds off in the first half, and then second half I come up do it. Here we go. It's been fuzzy now. Here we go. This must be it then. There we go. Perisic with the goal. The little Croatian back at it again. 2-2. Don't think our Madrid fan in the chat earlier won't be too happy about that. Simply, your mate might be happy though, because obviously he doesn't like Madrid, so he might be happy. Might have to get him back in quick. 2-2. What did I say earlier? About 10 minutes ago, if Inter scored the next goal, they're going to win this. I'm halfway right. They've got the next goal. They need to go on to win it. Have a look. Have a look at that, Neil. One sec. Yeah, that does go against him as well, Neil. Yeah, the fact is that he doesn't play consistency. That doesn't help. But when I say obviously things get worse, like the things dry up, and obviously that would be assuming he was playing the same sort of level it was last season, not consistent playing time. If he's in and out, then you sort of you can't really hold it against him. If he's playing consistently and the numbers drop or they don't get any better, then you sort of got to ask the question then and be open to that possibility of that happening. Check. So I think we've got to have a sub as well. We're on 529 now. Fucking been a mad 48 hours over in this channel. Absolutely crazy. Crucifix shot. Easy save for Handanovic. Easy save. Salzburg scored. Bloody hell. Get in there. There we go. That was it. Time and saying Pepe, 8 goals, 10 assists in 46 appearances. 3-0 Porto as well. 16 likes. That's fantastic. Get this down. Into the attack. Has to go. Cross it. Almost. What do you call it at least? 20 minutes to go now, guys. It's 2-2. Inter we could be right with Inter winning because we did say after some of you guys said 2-1, 3-1. I can't remember what our score, my thing was, but yeah. We look at that, obviously, the 8 goals, 10 assists, 46 experience. You've got to take into consideration as well of all that. He played in the new league under Unai Emery, the head coach, who then got sacked briefly for a week or two, not a week, about 2.5 weeks under Freddie, and then the rest of the season under Arteta. And at first, he wasn't getting picked under either Freddie or Mikel when Mikel came in, respectively, because he wasn't putting the work rate in on the training pitch, and his attitude stunk apparently. But you notice after when he started getting brought into the team, playing more regularly, his performances did start to get better actually. All the way up to the FA Cup final. I say Champions League. I wish it was Champions League, but FA Cup final. Arguably his best game at Arsenal. That's true as well. Some are only small cameos as well. Literally, 2 of them 8 goals came in one game. And that's that Europa League game at the Emirates. We were losing 2-1. He came on in the last 10 minutes, got 2 free kicks in the last few minutes, and he scored both of them. And then got dropped the next game. But Salzburg have scored apparently 2-2 there as well. Porto 3-0. And yeah, like Neil says, cheers to that Tyrone getting that stuff. Oh yeah, that's not going to avoid, isn't it? That sort of thing. Ryan, if you had to get rid of one of the 3, would you get rid of Mustafi, Kolasinac, or Socrates? Yeah. Victoria going 3-2. Yeah, I like that game. I was in there. I can't remember now. I was in the clock in block 24. So I was literally, I could see it as the ball was going for both goals that was going in. So that's it, that one. It's even. Oh, no, I think I'll put it in a second. Because Arsenal had a habit of fucking moving all over the place last year. Um, no, that's it. No. European games off. No, European games. I was moved into the block 30. I was put into for the Europa League and Cup games because obviously more away fans for them things, weren't it back then? Apart from what do you call it? Frankfurt. Like, is it Frankfurt? Oh, well, the one where obviously we lost 2-1 and Ostame and we got sacked the next day. Not obviously they're talking about Victoria, but yeah, literally both goals as he's kicked it, I knew they were going in. Temporary, yeah, literally. I've not pledged. Again, You're obsessed with people singing the airs. Also, I've never pledged this. You've just insisted that me and Melvin do this on Sunday or Thursday, respectively. Oh dear. No, he doesn't. Clearly, guys have been dropped in both squads, hasn't he? Europa League and Premier League squads. He's not made the cut. The fact that here we go. One sec. Sure. Oh yes. Oh, that was Martinez as well. Glorious chance there for Martinez. Loads of space. No one closing him down. Oh, skimmed it. But going back to obviously quickly, Menina's question there. Klasnats. First pick out the three Klasnats. The reason being, Mustafi and Socrates, their contracts up anyway, so they'll be gone anyway at the end of the season. So Klasnats is the ideal one to get rid of. You make a bit of money out of it. And reinvest it in a better fucking left back to back up for Tierney. So that, basically, Allison is saving Liverpool from an embarrassment, and Inter are fucking going for this. 15 minutes to go. Perisic has just dragged one wide from just outside the box. Had a shot. He's just dragged wide. Yeah, that going back to that Victoria game, that did save his job temporarily. And what done me at the time was obviously, even though I was there, his whole reaction. Usually he'll be up celebrating, like, yeah, fucking, like really stuck up with the fans and this, that, and the other, and in the touch, in the dugout or whatever. What do they call it? But you know what I'm saying? Literally, he's like, he didn't even get up. He didn't even see him move. And when I watched it back, the highlights on my way home, he sat there for the winning goal being scored with a face of thunder. He didn't want to be there. Like, he weren't happy that Pepe scored, and you knew from then that he didn't want Pepe at all. That really was obviously the hints that, because they all somehow were linked with Zaha and all that. But in the end of the day, I've never rated Zaha personally, so mm, if anything, we've got more out of Pepe than what we would have done with Zaha, in my opinion. But either way, you could tell that literally just around home he never wanted Pepe. It's like, and then the fucking next game, that really 100% confirmed it. Drop him, saves your fucking bacon, saves you for being sacked, and you go and drop him for the next game. Carrasco did a play of the world of good and confidence as well. Taheeb's also asking, by the way, Ryan, keep or send back to Tobias. At the moment, things obviously change if he's obviously drop off and things don't. He doesn't have the same effect as he's currently having. Oh, Alexis Sanchez is coming off of Perisic. Okay, be interesting. Um, I'd keep as it stands. As it stands, I'll be more than happy to keep him. He clearly wants to be at the club. He clearly buys into what Arteta's wanting to do. And even if, I think if we take up the option to buy him, because I think there is an option in this loan deal now. There is an option to buy. And I think the agreed price as well. It's all been agreed price-wise. If that was the case, 25 million, which is again a bargain. And he isn't as bad as Real Madrid like to make out. He's actually a really good player. He'll put a shift in. Will put a shift in. And like I said, he clearly buys into what Mikel's trying to implement at the club. Ryan, where do you think Emi would have finished last season if he wasn't sacked? Oh my days, don't want to think about it. But basically, the way we were going at the time, if he hadn't been sacked, they kept faith in him all season, blindly. By the way, honestly, I could have quite easily seen as being fighting for survival, if not relegated. The way things were going, because the players weren't happy. They were scraping a 2-2 draw at home to Southampton, who at the time were in piss poor form at that time. Not long being battered by Rodriguez just scored from Real Madrid, has he? Oh dear. Oh my days, didn't even try to save it. Couldn't save it. Even if he tried, he wasn't going to get to it, let's be honest. Too much power behind it. Good goal there. 10 minutes to go now. 79 minutes, and yeah. 10 minutes plus injury time to go. Just retook the lead 3-2. But honestly, yeah, the way things were going at times, as I was saying, literally players weren't happy. Just weren't sitting right, and then you had the whole Xhaka situation. And that was continuing to go on and on and on throughout the weeks, and how he managed that was badly managed as well. If you look at it, and now that was all dealt with. I mean, yeah, and the fact that literally Xhaka was on a point of leaving anyway to Hertha Berlin for 40 mil as well, and things like that. That would have happened if United stayed by the looks of it. Oh, I think we'd have been lucky to survive relegation, put it up the way, and that's been honest, and the way things were, because we were literally we were 12th when Arteta came in, and obviously Lundberger took charge of 2 games at Man City and Brighton, well, Brighton City, because obviously City was in, and the next day he did take charge of the Everton 0-0 draw. But anyway, I can't remember what I was saying now. But it was just everything was going. It was 12th in the league, and it was what we weren't getting it. We were nowhere near, obviously, competing with Champions, like getting in Champions League running or whatever like that. And we're literally like 12, so we must have been like 5 points off relegation back then. And that's when he was sacked. That's before, obviously, the Brighton, the Man City, and the Everton game came to go into the equation. And with that, as much all that, like Mark's just updating us, Bayern Munich winning 3-2 nil goals. Fuck's sake. These stats have been tested today, though. Been given a run out. Boateng scored for them. Okay. Big up Russ in the chat as well, by the way. Hope you're keeping well. Banner's got a chance to score, haven't I? A good game here, a lot of goals, obviously. 5 goal thriller. It's not a dull 0-0 or anything like that. Or one-sided fucking thumping. Oh dear. And Villa on the attack again. Rodrigo with the ball. Oh, that 4. Oh. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. 4 0. Oh, he handballed it. 2-0 City. City. I wouldn't say they're smashing it. If they're smashing it, with all due respect, they should be beating them in Olympiacos comfortably anyway, home or away. No disrespect to Olympiacos. I know they knocked us out, and this and people say that. But the quality of the quality that City have, the money they spent on their squad, they shouldn't be winning just 2-0 home or away to Olympiacos. I'm saying that they're just going third and fourth now, I've said all that now. Oh dear. Yeah, Simply started going with that. He said 2-0 City. He said City smashing it. Mark saying 2-0. Kimmich either get a goal or assist every match he playing. Yeah. Big up going to how you doing, mate? Hope you're keeping well. Exactly, Minnie. Let's come on, everybody. Let's get it to 20 plus likes by the end of this stream. And we're in the 83rd minute of this. I'll probably go on for about a 5-minute roundup of the game as well. So you've got about 10 to 15, got 15 minutes. So let's have a look. Oh, sorry. Just Neil Davis saying, just checked. He left us. Yes, I'm saying I couldn't remember because with everything going on, it's been that long ago. It feels so long ago as well. But we were near. So I just checked. He left us 8th. I think we'd have finished 10th or 12th if he stayed. Don't think we would have been relegated or been near. That's the thing. The reason I say we would have been near relegation is because of how the atmosphere within the club was between the players and himself. Everything was just spiraled out of control at that point. I think the biggest telling sign was the game before he got sacked. Southampton at home, when Lacazette scores that equaliser in the last 9 seconds and all that. Normally you'd be like, yeah, we've got a point at least and all that, home or away. We haven't been completely embarrassed. And they scored a goal like, yeah, okay, shrugged the shoulders. They looked over, weren't happy. The dirty looks he was giving, looking towards the bench, said it all. So I sort of had that into the equation of my argument that we would have been, not relegated, but we would have been near the relegation by about 5 or 6 points off. I say at least 6 points off from being relegated. 4-2, Leo Sane now by Munich. And Church, what was that, Alexis? You cheeky. Well, I say cheeky would have worked. It was cheeky. If it had worked, it would have been cheeky. It didn't even work. It's hit at the fucking wall, you idiot. I think we'd have finished positional wise, taking into points. As I said, about 6 points off. As I would have finished 13th or 14th if we were lucky. Now Angolan just come on for Inter Milan, by the way, for Vidal. So it's just. Oh, what's this? Oh, I've got turf there. Oh dear. But it weren't looking good. Put it that way, it really wasn't looking good. And at the time, and that especially near the end of his time, you couldn't see where the next win was going to come from. And when you see, as I said, lots of when Lacazette scores an equalising goal at the last minute of a game, and he's not no one celebrates, like player wise. Not even the fans really celebrate the equaliser, if I remember correctly, to the level you would do normally. And yeah, it was just a weird one. And then obviously it continued into that. It was Frankfurt, weren't it? That obviously effectively was the end of Emery, because we went into that game, because I remember literally no one turned up for it basically. So me and my mate that I went with, we both decided, you know what, we're going to sort of sit in where obviously we were allocated at the time, knowing that no one's going to turn up, no one's turning up. We're going to go and sit off in the block. I think what block it was now. Block 1 or whatever block it is behind the home dugout and sort of see if we can pick up what sort of vibe we're getting from the dugout and all that during the game, and see how he himself is. And the fact that as just before everyone's players are not come out, the media literally boom camped inside the dugout, the home dugout. Every single bit of media were there, taking photos and all as he came out and this, that, and the other. So it was like in the atmosphere that night, and obviously there's no fans, but the whole thing about that night was just weird. It didn't feel right. You knew something was in the air. Something just that there's something waiting for something to happen for it. And obviously, the feel of if we were to lose, he was going to be sacked. So when I woke up the next morning and heard, and obviously it broke as I woke up, like 5 minutes after I woke up that next morning, that we sacked him, or the club sacked him. Sorry, I wasn't surprised. And I know it sounds harsh, but I sort of relieved because I thought, okay, the club are finally acted. As I said, but not only in this stream earlier, last at the time I said the club acted over at least a month too late. In my opinion, in my humble and honest opinion, the club should have got rid of him after the 2-0 defeat to Leicester away. Because he just showed nothing in that game. And literally, as soon as was it Madison? I think now. Because Vardy scored one of the goals. I think Madison scored the other. I think when the first goal went in from Madison, I think it was Madison. Either in that first goal winning, you knew you knew it. I even said watching the game at the time, if we get the first goal, we could be fantastic. We can sort of see the game. We can sort of dig deep and see this game out. Who missed that? 3 minutes injury time, by the way. But as soon as they got the goal, I said, okay, that's it, game over. We ain't getting back. We ain't going to try and get back into this. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. Basically, said it how it was. And lo and behold, we go and concede another near the end in the last 10 minutes as well. So it lost 2-0. But nothing in that game showed me the heart and desire that the players were playing for me at that time. They sort of all the little attributes we saw in Wenger's last tenure, like the dropping with the goal winning, the heads dropping, all that. That was been a predominant thing carrying over from the previous season, as I said earlier, where from like I'm trying to think now, was it the Everton away game where he fucking completely changed the entire lineup, like to what he normally would put out for any game. 5-2 now by Munich. Lewandowski, fucking hell. Javi Martinez with the assist. Yeah, exactly, Neil. Exactly. Well, he says this is the thing, because I know for a fact it was the Leicester City game he's just been speaking about. Was when that certain person, hint, turned on Emery at the time and said, said to his Watchalong co-host, "Oh, me out. I'm on board with you, so and so, me out." And things like that, that will drive. I'm like, you need to sack him. What they're doing? Why ain't they sacking him? Da 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 da. And now he literally, since Arteta's come in, since Arteta's been hired by the club, all he's done is sing him his praises. 3-0 Inter now. Cancelo just scored. Inter, I mean Man City, sorry. 17 likes and counting. Come on, guys, just smash them likes up for the last few minutes. Absolutely obliterate the likes. Obliterate them. Oh, another sub. Woohoo! 530. Keep it going, guys. Come on. Let's keep this going. Absolutely crazy. 5-0 Liverpool full time. And yeah, At least I'm not going crazy and thinking that. I know what I heard at the time, and then since then, literally since Arteta's been hired, it's like, oh, I love Emery, suck him off. He got us to the Europa League final, blah, 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 blah. Real Madrid have won full-time 3-2, their first win. It took them 3 games to get that win. So they've now got 4 points out of 9 in their group. I don't know what that puts them in their group, by the way. I have to have a look in a bit. Yeah, full-time. But yeah, as I say, literally, oh my days, it just does my head in. Like, oh, we got to the Europa League final, our first European final, since 2006? Yeah, we got battered, but still, this is the person as well that literally did a watch along on another, not even on his own channel, on another channel, and at full time, thinking the mic had been muted on the laptop, like the stream had ended, was fucking, well, hey, yeah, got 200 quid from it and all that. Like, oh well, we've lost, but at least I made 200 quid. I'm like, and then literally, oh, I've been thrown under the bus by this kid that he threw me under the bus, and then it sort of at the time it went, oh, I never said that. It's been taken out of context. Then it went quiet, and then literally, I think now it was about January, February time when he had a public spat with the kid and started having a fucking trip back and forth, calling this, calling that, bullying. But they won't mind. This is a guy in his late 30s, pushing 40, effectively bullying a 19-year-old boy. Oh, you threw me under the bus. You knew what you were doing. Da 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 da. He's an idiot. He's 6'2". Fucking, who's got a 6th goal? Jesus Christ. Exactly, Neil. Exactly. Neil. Chelsea. Mikel beat Chelsea in the final, and we lost to Chelsea in the final. Exactly. And not just us. We got fucked. We got embarrassed. They didn't have to get out of first gear. Lucas Hernandez for the score for Bayern at the end. It's basically Bayern in the final versus another. Fucking hell. Oh my days. Right. Got all these applications popping up on my screen, by the way. Do that down. Yeah, we went 1-0 down to Chelsea in the final in the first 5 minutes, but we came back and we won comfortably. But don't tell the certain other person that, hint hint. He might mock you and try and win an argument by mocking mental health and autism. So, yeah, wouldn't mind. We came back and said that in a tweet in the argument. The previous evening he did a live stream when he said, "Oh, anyone that doesn't agree with me basically has mental health issues," and that he's fucking got a. Yeah, people follow this person and subscribe to his channel for that. And here's me grinding away, and I'll just be me. None of this fake bullshit or negative, just being for the sake of it, just to get clicks and views and all that. You know what? I'd rather do what I do and have to grind. And if it takes time, it takes time to get where over the 1,000 and onwards in terms of subscribers and all that. I'd rather grind my ass off than be anything like him and have that sort of following at a faster pace. I'd rather do what I'm doing now. And long may this current rate of subscribers, new subscribers coming to the channel, continue. And hope these people, these guys that have obviously subscribed to the channel, keep sharing out the content and channel around to all their friends and the family, and we can grow it even faster. Keep the fast rate going. All right, that's that. Oh dear. So yeah. Oh, right. I was going to do the fucking. We've been on for basically 90 minutes about my thoughts on memory and that person in my I don't even know where he lives in Spain, but he lives in Spain, and he's all fanboy at one point. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't have mentioned the fanboy or the one that lives in Spain now if it weren't for Neil. So if I get any dislikes, if I get any comeback from this, it's all Neil's fault. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking. Oh dear. Cheers, Melina Butt, for that. That's massively appreciated if they do. Even if I don't know, it's the appreciation still there because you're going out your way to help me as well. But yeah, no, I wasn't. I was joking. Just put it out there. I'm joking. I don't. I'm not having any more. I'm not. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. I don't do all that fucking. You fucking missed the other that. Oh dear. Right. Not much to take away from the Madrid. I know it was a 3-2-5 goal thriller there. So there's goals. Is it went a trap 0-0, as I said, or one team walking it up last week of Barca against Juventus. Cheers for that. I hope I see you again tomorrow then, and on obviously, especially on Thursday. It won't just it definitely won't just be me on Thursday. As it stands, we've got myself, we've got Melvin coming back with his lucky hat. Richard, I need to confirm with Andrew if he's available or not. I think no, yes, said he definitely, but do double check. I'll do that in the morning now. I think no else. So myself, Melvin, Andrew, Richard. Thus, yes, it has been decided during this stream. During this stream, before you came on, about midway through the first half, that yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'll be doing the PSG versus Leipzig watch along. So yeah, we'll be streaming that's 8 o'clock. That's again an 8 o'clock kickoff, I think. Double check that, just in case. If it lets me, yep, there we go. Let's have a look. Yeah, 8 p.m. kickoff. So I'll be going live on this channel about 10 minutes beforehand. 100%. That's fantastic. Yeah. First, I'll try and get someone to come with me. Obviously, come on tomorrow if anyone's available. If not, you have to contend with me for tomorrow as well. But as I said, literally, myself, and it confirmed, by the way, because I'm not waiting to hear back from other people. But confirmed, got obviously myself hosting it, Melvin with his magic hat, Andrew and Richard. Oh dear. So yeah, tomorrow. So in terms of the week, as I've just touched on, doing the live stream tomorrow. PSG versus RB Leipzig, 8 o'clock kickoff. 8 o'clock kickoff. So going live at 7:50 UK time. I'll be setting the stream up in about half hour's time, and then and on Thursday doing the watchalong for that, and that's an 8 o'clock kickoff again. But with that one, because this is an Arsenal watchalong, and obviously I've got guests on, we'll be going live half hour before kickoff, so we can go through the lineups, have a little chat, and a bit of a laugh and all that before the kickoff. Give our sort of score predictions as well. If we're happy with the lineup, if we're not, who would we have put in a place of a certain player, or this, that, or the other. And then Friday is the FIFA 21 content, but it won't be career mode. It'll be speed ultimate team stuff online. So I'm up against other people around the world, basically. And you have me just ranting, basically, because there'll be games where I'm going to be like dominating because it's so scripted. Or it's the thing that's FIFA as well, FIFA 21 or FIFA in general. When it comes to EA, you could there's games and previous in previous FIFAs online where I can dominate a game and literally just set up camp for the majority of the match and go bang, 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 literally fucking pepper them. I'll score a goal and then literally they'll take one attack, equalise, and then get another goal right at the end. And the stats will be like totally in my favour, apart from the key stat of the scoreline. So they will be ranting probably on Friday for that one, probably. Not like but you know what I mean. If anyone's watched the previous career mode content yesterday or previous episode, you'll know what I mean. And then, as I said, Saturday I'm currently planning to do a podcast / preview for the weekend's game, but more so, obviously, more chat about with the guests, with how they think the season's gone so far, what their impressions like this, that, and the other, have a bit of a laugh. We're more of a podcast than it is a preview, but we will touch on, obviously, the game coming up on Sunday. And then, obviously, Sunday, as I said, back to back streams, literally starting with Man City versus Liverpool live from the Etihad. And that kicks off at 4:30 on Sunday, UK time. So we're going live 10 minutes before, at 20 past 4, 10 minutes before that. And then literally, as that finishes, I have to end that stream, to then go into the next stream, send the invite to my guest, who again, Melvin said he's up, currently is down for that. Owen has committed to it already. He didn't make it last week because he got called in for work and he didn't get back till late. So he did apologise for that and wants me to send my apologies to you guys because he was meant to come on for the Man United game, but he's 100% confirmed for this Sunday again. Hopefully, no interruptions this week. So Owen, I believe Richard put himself forward, and I need to ask Andrew if he's available or not, and go from there. And also me and Mike, because obviously for anyone new to the channel, we go back and have a look in the last few months. We have been doing who am I quizzes, like quizzes in general. But the predominant quiz type that we've been doing on this channel was the who am I quizzes, and they were extremely popular. We did have a really good collect of panels for every single one. Always had a laugh as well. I won a couple of them. Obviously, the current champion is Richard. He won the title back off me in the last one. So the 13th Who Am I quiz will be coming soon. We're just literally me and Mike trying to sort out a date that doesn't collide with, that's suitable for everyone, and it doesn't collide with Arsenal playing on the same day. So once we've sorted that out, again, I'll come back to you guys and I will let you guys know when the next episode for that is. But until then, guys, thanks for tonight coming along. Thanks to the new subs as well. And again, thanks to the likes. I'm just going to check all that now, actually, see if there's any updates on that. Have a look. So at 5:30, that's fantastic. And we're 18 likes. That's great as well. We can keep driving them likes up, guys. That'll be even better. Yeah, it keeps me busy. It keeps me busy, trust me. And again, with lockdown coming in here, back in the UK again, as of Thursday, I'm trying to do my bit to lighten the load for people that are going to be affected by this lockdown more than anyone else, and give them a sort of light-hearted fun and something to enjoy watching and listening to and all that. So if I can do something good that helps someone out and gives them sort of that relief, that sort of some sort of contact with the world, because obviously Arsenal have all been told to batten down the locks and stay indoors. So be it. That means more to me than anything else. But yeah, again, big up Mark as well. Great show, bud. Catch you tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. I'll be, again, as I said, going live around the same time as tomorrow. I'll be setting up the stream about half hour's time. But until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll see you tomorrow as planned for PSG versus Leipzig. Possible revenge for Leipzig over PSG, because obviously PSG were the team to break Leipzig's hearts in the Champions League semi-final last season, technically. And yeah, no Mbappe, no Neymar, so there's all the possibility of an upset there, guys. But until then, let's just close all this off. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners!